Okay, it's about time for a plant update. Here's my raised bed. The bottom fell out of it. Everywhere you see these new boards, here, and all the way to there. I had to fix that. It was a real big pain. Don't use hardy board. That's hardy board. It's concrete and wood mixed together. If it stays wet for a long time, it becomes weak and falls apart. But here's the raised bed where I had the lettuce planted. All the lettuce is dead. A mixture of the dogs and the weather, but it was inevitable for the weather to kill them. I put some seeds in here not long ago. All these sprouts, there's lettuce sprouts, butter crunch lettuce, but as you can see, roly-polies like to eat the sprouts, so if any of those reach maturity, it'll be a miracle, and if they don't, I don't really care. Because I've learned that you can't really grow lettuce in Texas, or if you do, it'll taste really bitter. I just did the video on this. It's the one before. And so I'm going to use all my lettuce seeds for microgreens, which means I gotta grow them really small and then cut all the tops off and eat that. Our vines aren't doing too good. This is the vine with the yellow flowers. Because this clay soil compacts and hurts the plant. This one is doing very bad. Very bad all the way around there. It's still good here. And it's got new growth here and here. But still, that's just from poor soil being inside this thing. Like, if we had thought ahead and bought good soil and put it in there, we would be set. Oh, and the reason the lettuce failed in that was because of poor drainage. Even after all I did, it still has poor drainage. I bought gypsum today, which is expanded rock, and it will help improve drainage. That's what it's for, clay soils. This is the same mixture that I have in the raised bed. I also put lettuce seeds in here. There are still some sprouts, but I do not see them getting any bigger. They've actually been there for a while. Here's the compost pile. That's the remains of our bushes we had to chop down for the electric company. Here's the hibiscus. These are the ones that we use the dog frisbee inside of it. Hey, sugar! We put the dog frisbee in the bottom with all the rocks and stuff to help it drain better. It's been doing good. We got a hard rain recently and it damaged a lot of the leaves. That's rain damage, or hail. I didn't hear hail, but maybe just heavy rain. If you ever see that on your plants, it's just something came through the top, broke it. So that actually hurt them pretty bad. This one's doing worse. It's a wilted. It took a lot of damage. There's a broken off branch, broken hole in the leaf. That's not bugs, that's just rain damage. And I got a bunch of plants like this, my parents' plants, on the fence along there. On that fence over there too. Right. Yeah, those. And then these are Mexican petunias, also called 2 o'clocks because they make flowers. It's not this time of year, but at one part of the year they make flowers that bloom at 2 o'clock and they fall off by evening. So here's more. It's a native Texas plant, so it grows really well. Well, yeah. Here's the peace lily, or the little ones, the bulbs that I found in soil, and they're doing not so good. Their soil also does not drain well enough for them. And the original peace lily is dead. It completely died. So here's a bunch of my parents' plants. This is a rose. It's old. This is my favorite purslane right now. And I cut around, get the seeds from it, and then eat it. So onto seeds. I collected a few. This is my favorite pot. Call it Bahamut, because It's a goat. It's got a star. It's just like the pagan god Bahamut. This one's grown a lot since we put it in this larger pot. It's gotten a lot bigger. New lawn furniture, or outdoor patio furniture. That's all new. I just had to assemble it. We're still assembling some of it. More of my parents' plants. These things cannot be killed. They are the hardiest of plants. They do not require good soil, water, or anything. This is an experiment with my soil. It's not too good. It needs that gypsum. So it didn't drain as well as I wanted. It was a drainage test. Here's my mountain laurel. I keep it in the shade now, and it's doing better now that it's in the shade, but it hasn't changed in growth. I also bought fertilizer today, a gentle fertilizer, so I will be putting that on most of these plants who have not shown much growth in a while. This one is the one that has the pink flowers. It keeps growing a pink flower, or it was. It grew multiple pink flowers off that tip, but nowhere else did it grow high or flowers. I think it needs some fertilizer. I throw mulch on there, but I guess that's not fast enough fertilizer. I keep adding mulch to the tops of these, kind of a natural fertilizer, but I guess it's not in the quantities that these plants are wanting. This is my Turk's cap, Texas Mallow. It's got some pretty flowers on it right now. Two branches broke off of this, one here and one here. And I think one was from a bird or something, and another was from that heavy rain. Here is the dragon fruit. Look how tall that guy's getting. It's also very lanky. It may need more direct sunlight. These wooden posts aren't high enough anymore. Very lanky. I think it needs more sunlight. You know, cactus. But amazing growth. I'm super happy with this one. And hopefully in 2 years now, I'll have some dragon fruit to eat. Here's my basil. It's a big basil, right? No, it's 3 basils. But, you know, it's big. I don't really even eat basil. Every once in a while I come in, pinch off the flower heads, because once they go to flower, then the plant will die. Or my brother says that doesn't happen, but all of the internet says it does. So, or maybe it just makes the growth terrible. I don't know. But I pinch off the flower things. Every time I do, it splits or something. Does it? Yeah. So you can see like a split. It's too hard to see. Well, there's a lot of Y's, and each time it splits, it gets thicker near the top. We lost the plants that were living there. Look at this. That is clay soil. Shit. Sun. Can you see that? Can I shade it? Crepe myrtles. They're very big right now. And they're reaching up super high with pretty pink flowers. I believe this one's called oleander. I saw it at the store today. My parents said it. It's got some flowers. It's hanging over a nasty pond. Gotta fix that shit up. It's got water in it because it rained recently. Whatever was in there just died. They're gone. Also, those hanging pots gone. And these ones here, even though they're the invincible plants, the sun is just killing them. Only a little remains. Here's our pear tree. Not doing so hot. No. Not doing so hot. I'll put a little fertilizer on it, and I mean, it's got plenty of mulch. I've been mulching it good. I guess we just need to water it more. Here's an example of the invincible plant. It's good. Okay, yeah, tomato. Those little, the little ones I put in there, the suckers, they never really grew much. They couldn't compete with the big one. This one's the largest sucker. But then look at the tomato plant. All this part here is like new growth. And then it even has flowers that it's trying to produce, but it definitely needs some fertilizer. And I don't know what to do with this guy really, because I want to cut him down like halfway and then put it in a new pot. Like I want like 6 more of these pots with the good soil and all that, and then transplant these 3 out into it, and then like cut them. This is an indeterminate tomato vine. I think it's gonna die soon anyways. I think it's like that time of year where it's supposed to die. But avocado, San Pedro, spider vine. That's what I'm gonna call it. No, it's called airplane something. Airplane vine. I don't know. They're common. San Pedro and inferior soil. I called that the superior pot. And an elephant here. Nice. I don't know what this is. Look at that. What do you think that is? I don't know. Here's the damn cactus. I hate this cactus. I hate it so much. Look at it. It's just spilling out all over the place. If it breaks off from the dogs running against it, it takes root and starts growing. That's new growth way out, far away from the rest of the cactus, just in the walkway. Terrible needles. I need to eradicate all of it somehow. And here's this crap. I don't even know. I don't even know what this stuff is. I guess, is that a crepe myrtle? Yeah, I think this is a crepe myrtle. The bark looks like it. The skinny thing. And there's a Virginia creeper vine. And this stuff's called sage. This is a hackberry bush that sprouted up sometime not too long ago. Something pretty recent. Here's the graveyard of hanging baskets. These things, like, don't buy these things, they don't work. You put the hay in them, and then you put the dirt on the hay, and the dirt just goes right through the hay, and then the squirrels run off with the dirt. It's a bad system. You need like a solid pot under there. Okay, incubus. I think the mosquitoes have found me, and I've already covered all the plants, so that's it. Extremely long plant update. And yeah, incubus pinching a loaf. Bye.